US troops may be out of Iraq, but allegations of military misconduct and abuse have certainly followed them home. Now, though, the latest report has put the British Army in the spotlight after its servicemen shared some uncomfortable revelations. RT's Polly Boyker details the allegations and the response from authorities.
It was reportedly one of the most brutal US-run military facilities in Iraq during the war. But a new report by the Guardian newspaper reveals the extent of British involvement at the secret facility. Speaking anonymously, personnel from 2 RAF squadrons and 1 Army Air Corps squadron admitted to having worked at Camp Nama. One British serviceman recalls seeing a man having his prosthetic leg being pulled off and being beaten about the head with it before being thrown onto a truck. Others describe prisoners held in cells the size of dog kennels, reportedly called Hotel California by US Army personnel. Allegations include detainees being routinely hooded and subjected to electric shocks. The story of the secret Camp Nama prison is a watershed moment for Britain's involvement in alleged abuses in Iraq. This time, it's not just alleged victims talking about their ordeals, it's former soldiers talking about what they saw there. The only problem is the people sitting in here, in Britain's Ministry of Defence, don't want to hear it. And those former servicemen that have openly tried to blow the whistle on what took place at Camp Nama have been gagged.
I do have an intimate knowledge of the activities of the task force that are mentioned in the recent reports, but unfortunately, due to a High Court injunction that was taken out against me by the Ministry of Defence in 2008, I'm not allowed to talk about that.
RT got in touch with the Ministry of Defence, and despite Ben's public allegations about what took place at Camp Nama, this is the statement we got.
We have carried out searches of our records, and this has found no records so far of any complaints made by UK service personnel about the treatment of detainees by US personnel in Camp Nama to their chain of command. Any further evidence of human rights abuse should be passed to the appropriate authorities for investigation.
Camp Nama isn't the first time the Ministry of Defence has had to ward off accusations of abuse.
I think the UK government is embarrassed by fighting all efforts to get to the bottom of things. All the UK government is doing is holding up the country to charges of hypocrisy.
Signs posted around the Camp Nama prison are said to have proclaimed the warning, no blood, no foul. As long as an interrogator didn't make a prisoner bleed, they wouldn't face disciplinary action. Revelations about the UK's involvement in the notorious facility are likely to raise fresh questions.
I think it's right that the British public, who've got this idealised view about the British Army and British soldiers, know the reality of what is being done in Iraq. These people are criminals. They're liars and criminals, and you know, they should be hounded, they should be chased until the true nature of them is brought into the light.
Polly Boyko, RT, London.